We ran at a steady, comfortable pace for about half an hour. This early, the town was deserted, save for a lone car driving by in the distance. We kept to the paths between the buildings and the open spaces the many parks in Cambridge provided. I could never understand why people would go out running along the road just to get their lungs filled with car fumes. When we got to Midsummer Common, Jay slowed his pace, angling his body so he could make eye contact. "Warmed up yet?" Jay asked, a mischievous twinkle in his eyes. "Do you usually do a 5-mile warm-up?" I asked him. Jay shrugged, as if it wasn't a big deal. The guy had the lithe physique of a runner. But then again, it could be genes, or putting in the hours at the gym. "How about a little race?" he said with a cheeky smile. "Seriously?" He nodded. "You want to race me, the ex-soldier, the guy that's been running nearly every day for the past 2 years?" Jay tried to hide his grin with a casual shrug, but I caught it before he managed to turn away from me. "If you need to list your credentials, that only tells me that you're scared." "All right," I said, catching up to him and turning around to jog backwards. "But remember, when I win with a humiliating advantage, you were the one who asked for it." "You're so sure you'll win that I'm thinking we should spice things up a little." He licked his lips and I couldn't resist fixing my eyes on that perfect, pouty mouth of his. Of course, he noticed, and played it to his advantage. "If I win," he paused, holding my eyes, "you'll invite me over to your place tonight and teach me how to make salted caramel brownies." My eyes rose and I faltered, nearly tripping as I ran backwards. Jay didn't make any excuses for his suggestion, keeping his steady, playful gaze focused on me. We both knew what he meant. "Okay," I said, when I managed to regain my jogging pace. "And if I win, which is way more likely, you tell me what you've got planned for Friday night." I really didn't like surprises. "Deal." Jay extended his hand and we shook. He slowed down, eventually stopping, and bent to stretch his muscles. "We run from here to that bench over there." He pointed to a lonely bench, probably 200 meters away across the park. It was a straight, unobstructed run. There was no way Jay could beat me. Then again. "Ready?" Jay said, startling me out of an unexpected thought. We took positions, counted to 3, and set off running. Jay was fast. I could give him that. He wasn't faster than me, though. But the nagging thought that I really wanted him to win the race kept pushing its way to the front of my mind. The moment he'd mentioned inviting him over to make brownies, I'd imagined him, covered in brownie batter and caramel, licking his fingers clean, laughing as he brushed the hair off his face, smudging caramel on his forehead. I imagined wrapping him in my arms, feeding him a brownie straight from the oven, then kissing the caramel smeared on his lips. A whirlwind of images followed. Jay, lying in my bed, watching me with hooded eyes, kissing his neck, his jaw, his stomach. Jay quivering under me as I moved on top of him, a desperate moan escaping his swollen red lips. Running with a hard-on was not comfortable. I slowed a little, trying to adjust myself and letting Jay take the lead. He beat me by half a second, at the most, punching the air as he flew by the bench. His skin was flushed, his eyes wild with the adrenaline coursing through his blood. He was irresistibly beautiful. I took the distance between us, folding Jay's body into mine, moulding our mouths together. He must have expected the onslaught, because his lips parted readily, sucking my tongue in. I groaned, licking into his mouth, trying to get more of his taste. My hands tightened around him and he moaned, sliding his fingers into my hair, pressing his body into every inch of mine. "God, Amir," Jay murmured between kisses, pushing me backwards until the back of my knees hit the bench. I fell into it and Jay followed, straddling my lap. "You lost on purpose," he whispered, his teeth grazing the skin under my ear.